You could be sitting at home in your slippers and robe, drinking coffee, watching whatever, and listening to this presentation, following along. I have some parents that do that when I teach in class. They sit down and listen to the class, which is either fun or creepy, depending. All right, so once again, to make a tiny URL, the reason we do this is to be able to tell our students, hey, go to my website, this is it, and they can remember it. Every single one of my websites that I've created has the beginning tinyurl.com/. Every one that I've created. So like the Paperless Classroom, tinyurl.com/the Paperless Classroom. I do another presentation called Easy Tools for Easy Teaching, which is its own website, so tinyurl.com/ET4ET. As short as I can. So for my site, I've already done pretty much everything, but let me see if I can put Science Marquez. I'm pretty sure I've already used that one. And done. I guess I didn't use that one yet. So now, once again, if my students go to tinyurl.com/Science Marquez, it'll direct them once again to my website. If you get a red thing at the top, that means that URL's already been used, and you have to try again. So that's what that means. All right, I'm going to quickly look at some of your responses. Okay, so let's see. 8th grade, 4th grade, 8th grade, good, good. Kindergarten, good. Good. Website's good for kindergartners. We can throw some games on there for them and stuff. Links to kindergartner games. 4th grade, 9th grade, 5th grade, perfect. All right, so add weekly agenda, we can definitely do that, no problem. Make it awesome, we can definitely do that. Improve the appearance, we'll start off with appearance today as well. Student connection, hopefully the tinyurl can help the student connection to it. Kid and parent friendly, that's always, always, always my goal, is to make it kid and parent friendly. And I have links to all of your sites. So I'm going to randomly pick on one of your sites, just to take a look at. So let's just do this one. Okay, so that's pretty good. We have a nice blue background. We have something at the very top that tells the kids to stay on top of things. That's pretty good. The only thing that I see right now as a student or as a parent is all the things that you want them to click on, very tiny. And Google will not allow you to change that. We have to do something different to make the words bigger, which we will definitely do. Another great way of doing things is by adding pictures with the words. So like if you look at my science website, as you scroll down, Unit 1, they know that everything they can find for Unit 1 is there. They can read that Unit 1 is all about motion, and I have a picture of a turtle moving really fast. So we know that we're talking about speed there as well. Yes, let's see if I can do that. That better, good? Awesome. So I will show you how to do that. That is called the vertical, right? Vertical's up and down, right? Vertical navigation bar. That's the defaulted one. There is also the horizontal navigation bar, which is right up top. And when you hover over it, you can bring down the different parts there as well. The number one thing that you want to understand with your website is 2 clicks to success. You want them to be able to only have to make 2 clicks to go to where they want to go. So if I want them to go to Unit 1 quiz reviews, then once again, it's not even a click, it's 1 click to success. And they go to Unit 1, and now they have our quiz reviews that we've already taken. One of the problems with this I found is after a whole year, I have all my quiz reviews on there, and I found myself deleting them all and then having to re-put them in again as the class went on. We can actually enable page-specific restrictions. So we can actually go on and go, you know what, I'm gonna restrict all the quizzes until we've done them, and then as you go through, you can unrestrict quiz 1, unrestrict quiz 2. So it's less work, less hassle, and we'll go over that today as well. So the first thing, let's go ahead and go over, is we're going to learn how to change the vertical navigation bar from the little tiny words to the bigger ones. that the students will want to click. So I'm going to open up one of my fake sites. And if once you log in, this is your little app menu right here. It's also over here on the toolbar for Chrome. If you're not using Chrome, I highly recommend you use Chrome. Explorer and Google products do not mix well, especially since Microsoft came out with 365. They want Google to look like they don't know what they're doing, and so Explorer doesn't work well with any of the Google products. So they'll be like, oh, Google's really dropping the ball. Maybe we should try Microsoft 365. So you always want to use Chrome. I put that on my website so parents know if you're looking at this website, please use Chrome. You'll get the best ability out of all the things using that. So sites is what we want to go to. Let's see if I already have one created. Let's make a new one. Create. And this would be Bootcamp 2014. And I'm going to start with a blank template. If you already, it's okay. We can always go back and change things up. But I always start with a blank template so I'm not restricted to one specific theme. All right, so we'll learn how to change the header today as well, so you don't have to have the Clovis Unified moniker. Clovis Unified, if you do work for Clovis Unified, they do want you to create the website underneath your Clovis Unified name. There's benefits to it, but there are also drawbacks. The benefits are that all the restrictions that Clovis Unified puts on there for the benefit of the kids and the benefit of you and to protect you are all in place if you use that one. The downfall is if the network goes down, so does your website for that moment. If you use outside the website, then it doesn't go down because Google never goes down. So if there is ever a problem, it's our server's problems. Sometimes things go wrong where you want to add a document to your website and it won't let you add it. That's because it's a Clovis Unified server problem, not a Google problem. I always get those calls. How come I can't add a thing? What's wrong with Google? Well, it's really nothing wrong with Google. It's Clovis Unified. Something's going on with their servers and you can't upload it. So there are benefits to it and drawbacks to it. They want me to say to add it under Clovis Unified. That's what they want me to say. I'll leave it at that. So every time we add a page, this little button right here means we want to create a new page. Okay, a new web page. Right now we have our main page with nothing else. So I'm going to click on Add New Page. It's going to ask, do you want to put the page as its own brand new page, or do you want to put it under something, making it a sub page? Perfectly, whatever you want to do. I'm going to make it its own new page. So I'm going to say that's what top level means, brand new page. You don't want to put it under something. So I'm going to hit Create. If I'll have to put a name there. So let's just put down how to change header. This is also an option when you're creating these pages. I'm going to show you what these are in a minute. It's defaulted to web page. So it's just make a new web page, there it is. But there's also the announcements, and that's how we can make our daily agenda for the kids, and they can, and any absent kid can see what they missed on one very specific day. And there's a filing cabinet. If you want to put all your files for a very specific unit, you can put them all there so the kids can go to the filing cabinet for Unit 1 and get any of the handouts that you'll be handing out. A list, I don't ever really use that one. And then a start page, I don't ever use that one. So these are the three that I use quite a bit on my web pages. But we're going to keep it at defaulted to be web page. And I'm going to hit Create. And then it defaults to you're ready to work on that specific page. I'm just going to hit for now. I'm going to hit Save. Always, always, always hit Save after you've edited a page. If you just go back, hit the back button, everything you just did will not be implemented. You have to hit Save after you've edited a web page. Now notice, it adds a new page underneath this navigation bar right here, automatically. I'm going to show you what happens if we put it under Home. Right now it's its own web page, and it's bolded, and it's ready to go. If we put a page under the home header, it'll make it look a little bit different. So if I put it under home, I'll put down something like about me. And I'll just hit save. Notice it puts it under home and a little bit off to the right. That means it is a subpage for the home page. A subpage for the home page. And the good thing about it is if you can always close it up and drop it down. And notice the subpage is found underneath the home page. It'll say subpages about me. So that's the difference of putting it under its own page versus putting it under an already existing page. Okay, so we have that. But once again, these are very small. You cannot change the font size for those. But we can do something about that. So what we're going to do is we are going to do something that you're going to have to get used to doing, is clicking on something called Edit Site Layout. Not Manage Site. We're going to go to Manage Site when we want to change the colors and backgrounds and stuff like that. But when we just want to enter the layout of our site, meaning our headers and our vertical columns, you're going to hit Edit Site Layout. And it's not going to look very much different. Question? On your site? So let's go again. So you would go from anywhere on the web page, just go to the cogwheel for settings, and then go down to Edit Site Layout. And if you have hotkeys, you can put down Shift L at the same time. It'll open up the Edit Site Layout. You're not signed in. You're on your site, but you're not signed in. So let's just do this.
You know what? I'm here. We're just trying to help.
You want to sign in like that, but you have to use the long Clovis one. clovisusd.k12.ca.us. I know. I got tired of having to use that long moniker all the time, and there's no way to round it. And especially when you're using Google Docs for your students, when they want to share a document with you, they have to remember to do the long one. Otherwise, it's not going to be shared with you. So I just created a new Google Apps for Education account just for Alta Sierra. And so now they just have to share it with Mr. Marquez at altasierra.org. Makes it clovisusd.k12.ca.us. So Edit Site Layout is where we want to be. And it opens up this sidebar plus type thing. And this pencil means you want to edit the sidebar. But we don't want to do the sidebar. We want to make an extra tool in the sidebar. So I'm going to hit plus. That means I want to add something to it. So I'm going to hit the plus button. And it's going to give us all these different options. So what you see right here is called the navigation bar. We're going to create our own navigation. So we're going to scroll down to where it says text. It's the very next one. And I'm going to hit add. And it looks like nothing was added. But it's kind of tricky because you hover down and you see it there. Right? So it looks like nothing's there. But if you hover your mouse cursor down, you'll see the text box appear. So let me show you one more time how we did that. So I'm going to go to the plus button. I'm going to go down to add text. And once again, it looks like nothing was there, but if I hover over this empty spot, it is actually there. So now I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to title it. Let's title this one, How to Change a Header, right? Just like we have off on the sidebar. So I'm going to name it How to Change a Header. Actually, I'm just going to make it short and sweet. I'm just going to call it header. Now under here, I'm going to write the same thing, header. Correct. So let's take a look. You know you're signed in. Let me cancel out of this real quick. You know you're signed in when you see your name at clovisusd.k12.ca.us at the very top. You know you're signed in at that point. If you're not signed in, it'll just look like what the students would see. No name at the top. So if that's the case, you would scroll down to the bottom, and there'll be an option to sign in. And you can sign in that way. So once again, let's go to the text box. You don't have to put a title if you don't want to. I'm going to show you the difference between adding a title and not adding a title. And this is just like a Word document, so we can increase the font size. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And we can change the font color. Let's turn it to red. Now here's the thing. If I just hit OK, all we did is put a picture of the word header. If all I hit is OK, all you're going to see in the sidebar is the word header. And that's it. We don't just want to add a picture of the word header. We want to link it to the page about headers. So I'm going to click on it again. So what we have to do is hyperlink it. So I'm going to copy it or go over and highlight it. And I'm going to hit this little chain. That chain link means you're going to hyperlink it to another page on your site. So that's what the chain links are all about, linking it to another page. So I'm going to click on that. And what do I want to link it to? I want to link it to how to change a header. So now I click on that and hit OK. Now that is linked. I hit close. Now notice it's bigger. I can hover over it, click on it, and it'll take me to the page called How to Change a Header. It's just what I found over the years that these little things the kids ignore, but the bigger things the kids tend to look at much easier. But notice, look, it says title is header, and then the word is header. That's too much header. So we're going to go over, and we're just going to delete the title. So edit site layout, hover over the text box, and I'm just going to delete the title that says header. Hit OK. And now we have a hyperlinked, larger word that says header. So the kids will link on it. Now, what if you wanted to add a picture instead of words? Okay, well, we can do that as well. So I'm going to click on the cogwheel again and go to Edit Site Layout. I'm going to add text. Even though we're going to add a picture, I still have to add it under the text setting. And once again, it looks like it's not there. And when I teach my students how to make their websites, they will have made 10 of these. And it's not there, and I'll hover over it, and there's like 10 invisible text boxes all the way down. So it's right there. We're going to click on it. And this time, we are going to insert an image. You have to have an image in mind. You have to have an image already on your computer, or you have to find an image online. So I'm going to type in just Bruin for Alta Sierra, and then under Images. Okay, so there's a Bruin. Now, if I just right-click and hit Copy Image URL, it's not going to really copy the image URL. It's going to copy the URL for all of these images. So you want to actually physically click on the image. It'll bring it up larger. Now you can right-click. You want to copy image URL. Not copy image. Copy the image URL. Now we have the URL where the location of this picture already saved. I'm going to go back to the website. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where's it at? Is that it? No. There it is. Now I can't just right-click paste. If I right-click paste, it's just going to paste the URL. I want to go to Insert, Image, by the URL. Notice it's right there. It says Web Address URL. I'm going to right-click and paste, and there it is. There's the picture we want to add. Scroll down and hit OK. But wait a minute. That is way too big to be a button on our sidebar. But it's okay because I can hit small. And now it's small. Now, if all I do is hit OK and the kids click on it, it's going to take them to the URL of the picture. It's not going to take them anywhere on your website. So this link right here, we want to change it. We want to change that link. So I'm going to hit change, and I want to change it to a page on my website. Not a web address. I want to change it to a page on my website. And the page I want to put it at is how to change a header. And then I click OK. So now this image is linked. When you click on it, this image is linked to the web page of how to change a header. Now you may see it right over here that it's still too big. If that's the case, I'll show you how to download it to your computer, change the size to a thumbnail size, and we can use that one as well. But notice if I hit close, and I go back to the home page, and I click on the bear, it'll take me to the page how to change a header. So that's how we can create links, hyperlinks, to different parts of our web page instead of using the sitemap. Once again, I've found doing it this way, the kids are more likely to click on them than if you are stuffing a whole bunch of different tiny text things all the way down. No, these are already preset to that specific size. You can't change the size, the color, the font. So the only way you can do that is by creating a text link right there. So what I would like you to do right now is, if you already have a web page and you have a variety of different links over here, I would like you to either add text or pictures to represent those links. Okay, either text or pictures to represent these links. So once again, how you do it is you click on the cogwheel, you click on Edit Site Layout, it'll bring up your toolbar, just click plus, and it gives you the option for text. You could change the size of the text, the color of the text, the font of the text. All of those things can be done under text, or you can add the picture. You can add pictures you already own on your computer, or you can add the URL of the picture there as well. I recommend downloading the picture, save the image as onto your computer, because sometimes a website will take that picture down that you're linking to, and if the other person takes the picture off their web page, it also takes it off of your web page. I believe that happened on mine. If I go to my home page, right there. So I linked it from a URL. They took it off their web page. Now it's gone. And I liked that picture. I should have saved it. It said keep calm and do homework. But now it's gone. So I got to find another one. So I highly recommend you download the picture. So I'll real quickly show you how to do that. Oh, I just deleted it. So once again, I'll put in Bruin. Images. And so here's the bear. I click on it, right click, and hit Save Image As. That will save it to your computer. Make sure you save it somewhere that you know. Should have popped it up somewhere. Oh, waiting. There we go. I usually save mine to my Dropbox so I can access the image from anywhere. If you don't know what Dropbox is, I'll be doing that during my paperless classroom website, but it's just an online storage space for you. So I save it on my Dropbox. I'll type just Bruin 1, save. And now if I want to enter that image from my computer, slow internet right now. If I want to insert it from my computer, I go Insert, Image, Upload an image. I want to take it from my computer and upload it to my website. Here's my Dropbox, and I saved it under Bruin 1. right here, open, and there he is. Once again, he's too big. I hit small. But if it's still too big, all you have to do is go to where the picture is. So it's under my Dropbox. Here's the Bruin. Now, all of your computers are capable of this because you have the IBMs. If you right-click on the picture and you select Open With, that means you're going to select the program you'd like to open that picture with. I'm going to select the Microsoft Office Picture Viewer. I'm going to edit the picture and resize it. And the best resize is 75. So I'm going to go 75 pixels by 75 pixels. Okay? That's a pretty good size to me. I hit save. Done. So now I can add that to my... It does. It replaces the big one. So if you want to save both, you'd have to save the image as. So if you want to keep the big picture but also the small one, you'd save this one as and then rename it something else like Bruin 2 or Bruin THB for a thumb picture. So now when I insert it, insert, image, upload, now he's small. So now you can, and then once again you would, see now here's the thing that always frustrates me with Google. Sometimes the link goes behind the opened window. So you remember that URL link that would pop up when I clicked on it? Well, for some reason, it's behind the window. It happens once out of every 20 times you're trying to update your website. And the only thing I can tell you is exit out of Google and restart Google and try it again. I don't know why it does that. I've contacted Google and asked, but they don't contact me back. I guess I'm not that important. I've tried doing it this way. I've tried highlighting it and clicking hyperlink, but it doesn't work that way because you have to, if it's an image, you have to click on it. So hopefully it doesn't happen to you at the moment. So I would like you to take the next 10, 15 minutes to try this, adding text, adding pictures, and linking it somewhere on your web page. Okay, so I'll walk around, help anybody out, and then just go at it.
I didn't realize I could have one of these and one of those.
Yes.
So I'll put the pictures down there, but I want the words up there.
Yeah, and yeah, we're gonna.
This one went, but these frankly didn't go. So is it? Where do I move them?
So you want to put these up there? I'm going to show that one next. Yeah, you have to do each one individually, and then you can also put down the sub pages underneath them as well.
Because my other site, I just have that. So I have new page.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, you can have both turned on.
I didn't know that. So, and this, I don't remember how I got them there. So.
Yeah, there's a little window that opens up, and you add the pages that you want. You can put them in the order that you want.
That one's where you up into.
Yeah, so if you go to the web page we're working on. Okay, so if you go to the cogwheel and then site layout, and then you click on this right there, it'll bring up this window, and then you add the page, and then you can change the order, and then you can make it a sub. So under About Me, if you want it to be a sub page, like hover over, you hit the little over button, it'll take it over.
Okay, well, I was trying to make this picture smaller, but on my thing, well, I'm still fiddling with that, but I don't have an announcements like tab, or I don't have that link that No,
Okay.
I don't have a sub page.
You don't have a subpage that's called announcements?
No.
Okay, we'll make that one next then.
Okay.
And then we can link it to that.
Okay.
But so it's too big, huh?
And I kept nothing.
Let's see. So we want to make it a custom to 75 and 75.
Oh, okay.
And there you go.
Okay.
Well, if you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can always go up to 100. That usually works still as well. And then make sure you save it. Yeah. Work it that way. What's that? So, too big? Yeah. So you would go to, did you find it off the internet? Yeah. Okay. Did you save it to your computer? Okay. And so you know where you saved it? Yeah. So let's open it up using the Microsoft Office option. No, it's going to be like, so go ahead and go to the folder that you saved it in.
Oh, okay.
So let's see, right click and then save as. Let's see, where does it go? Where is it going right now? Pictures play. Okay. All right. So let's try it again. Let's take a look at it. Okay. So we see right now it's under the photo viewer. We want to open it up with something else. So we have to go to the actual web page, not web page, the actual place you saved it. Here we go. Right click and open with Microsoft Office. And just hit OK. So we're going to go to Edit Picture. We're going to go to Resize. And then under Custom, you're going to change it to 75 in both boxes. And then click OK. Made it small. If you want it a little bit bigger, 100 will also work. And then when you're good, you just hit the little Save button. And then it'll be saved, and you can change it that way. Mm-hmm.
I just chose the classroom layout, you know. So how do I get rid of some of these? I've
Okay.
already figured out how to, you know, but can you get rid of
Yeah.
those,
So
or-
we can hover over and just hit X.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we can do all that to whatever you want to do. You just click X, and it deletes
Okay.
it all.
Okay.
And same thing with this stuff. You can take all these off there as well.
How can I change like the color and all of
We're gonna we'll do that next.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
we'll go back through and change the different fonts in the background and everything like that. Yes. So that plus will open up. You're right there. Yep. Let's see. It should open up your. Mm-mm. Oh. We're working. We should be working with Chrome because this is Explorer. So this is one of the things I was saying. Microsoft has stopped updating Explorer to work with Google stuff, and so it makes it look glitchy. You're like, oh, this website's horrible, but it's really Explorer just trying to mess with you. So we want to do the same thing. We want to open up your website with Chrome, and then it should work perfectly. Okay, let me find a way around. Okay, and I'll be right over. Okay.
First, so I like this setup, you know, where it's up at the top.
Okay, perfect.
But I noticed that on yours, you have this, but then you also have different tabs down here.
Yes.
So how do so when I go on here, edit site layout, and I want to put a sidebar, all of this stuff comes right here. But I don't want it down here. I just want it up here and then add other things. How would I get rid of that on the
So
sidebar?
if you want to get rid of this whole navigation, and then
I just want to keep it at the top. Okay, so I just exit.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
And then you can add
And
little
then you add the-
pictures and stuff
Okay.
just by using the plus.
Okay, and then that's where I can add the
Yeah,
text.
and then if you want that navigation back ever, just click the add, and it'll add the navigation back.
Okay, and then I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, okay, so I'm doing spelling list or whatever. And before I set it up, I had set up like each spelling list or whatever, and it was underneath the spelling page.
Mhm.
If you go here, down at the bottom, it has these as being listed under spelling.
Yes.
How can I, if I go to that, which is linked up to under here
Mhm.
now, how do I get rid of it so it's not under the spelling page and instead under the Unit 1 list? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, did you want to create a Unit 1 tab up here?
No, not for this. Instead, what I want is I'm going to have spelling Unit 1, 2, 3, and 4, or whatever, right here. And then when I click on that, it's going to.
So you want it to be over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we could.
To be under
Oh, we
here.
can definitely do that. So you would click on under your spelling list,
Uh-huh.
and so you want this one to move.
I want all these to go away.
Okay. So what you would have to do is on each one, you click on it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to have to move them.
Okay.
So you want to move them to their own web page or a sub page off of something else?
A sub page off of this page.
Off of this page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because this.
Because like what I have right now is I originally set it up so all of these lists. So here's Unit 1, Week 1. It's under the spelling. It's a subpage under here, right?
Mhm.
And I don't want it to be under the spelling. Instead, I want it to be a subpage of Unit 1 spelling list.
Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we want to change that to its own page.
Okay.
And the way we would do that is we would go to Cogwheel Move Page.
Okay.
And you're going to move it. We can move it under just the main page.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And we'll hit Move. So now it's moved to its own thing.
Okay.
So now it won't be under the spelling one. So now we want to move all of these.
It's all under the spelling one. Just the regular. Just click on spelling, that one. They're all under there.
There. Now we can move all of these
Uh-huh.
underneath that one.
Okay.
So you'd click on that.
Mm-hmm. And then I just go to there.
You go there, click Move, and where do you want to move it to? You want to move it to under Unit 1.
Okay.
And so that'll move it.
Perfect. Thank you.
And so then right here, so I did it how you had said, to link up a picture.
Mhm.
And for some reason, it's always showing up as broken.
Okay, so let's go to the picture that you wanted.
Okay,
So let's right click on it, copy image URL, and let's go back to it. Let's delete that one, and then let's insert image by URL, and then okay, let's see what happens.
so it shows up there.
And then when you do it, it'll be broken.
And I'll do that. I'll wait for it.
Okay, so the best thing to do when that happens is download it to your computer,
Download it, okay.
and then you'll have the image exactly the way you want, and it won't be broken.
Now, when you download it to your computer, can you still resize it
Yeah.
on there like it shows?
Yes. You can still resize it.
Okay.
I'm very good,
Okay.
but I know how to do, which I don't think I can't get to mine. The Rita Lopez keeps coming up.
So to your web page,
On my webpage.
all right, type in the tiny URL you just created.
Okay. Just type in www.
No.
Oh, it's my name,
Well, the one that you created.
Matthew.
Well, make sure you do .com /. There you go. So now let's see how you're not signed in. At the top, if you're signed in, it'll say your name.
I went down to the bottom.
So you go to the bottom and then hit sign in.
That's very good. And then
And so we're going to sign in with a different account
that's very good. And there I am.
right here.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
But my name's still not coming. Oh, it's up there.
Mhm.
Why when I hit her, I hit her like 10 times and she
So,
Yeah.
oh, because it's already saved into the Google memory. So once it's saved into the Google memory, you don't have to retype in your password all the time. It's automatically saved and
But if
links you in.
Like clicked on another user, would it go back now?
If if they saved it on there, yes, it'll go onto their account. That's why you never sign in to Google and save it. You don't want it to be saved to Google when you're using a public computer. When we're done, we'll make sure we click it off. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I want to change all my things here, you know, because I had the 7th grade stuff and I had a picture.
Mhm.
And so I hit insert image, which all my images are obviously 7th grade. So,
Okay.
this is where I got lost.
Okay. So what image did you want to insert there?
I have to find them and then get them here.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what.
So are they on your computer?
No, I want to find them.
Okay. So we have to just hit cancel to start,
Okay.
and then we're going to open up a new tab. And so under Google, just type in an image that you would like to find.
I think I want to find motion.
So I have for my sidebar, I have
Science.
Yeah, that could work. And then just enter. And then click on images.
you already have it. So you need to do, and then, and it'll ask you what you want to.
One that's cute.
What do
Hold it too long. All right, let's see. I'm going to do this one right now.
Okay. So click on it. Now right click on it. Like, so hover over and right click. And hit copy image URL. There you go. So now go back to your web page. So you just go back to your web page. And then now go to insert. Image. By web address. And then now paste. So right click paste. And then OK. And now it's too big, so click on it. Oh, so you have that problem that we were looking at. See how it's behind? So you can put the picture in right now, but we'll have to link it a little bit later. Because for some reason, it's behind. And I can't bring it out in front. I don't know why it does it. It does it every so often. The option menu will be behind the opened window. I have no idea why it does that. So just click OK for now. And the picture will be really big, but we'll go back through and change it. But at least we know that's the image that you're going to want. And then we'll or change it. And then we'll hyperlink it.
So I go to, so what are my steps? Right now.
So you go to the cogwheel, type in edit, site layout.
Sidebar.
Click on the sidebar item you want to change. So you click on it. You click on the thing, it'll pop up the edit window. Then you'd have to make sure that you have the image URL that you want.
Well, when I need the steps for it to go find my image.
Oh, so just go to Google. Then type google.com. And then under search, type in whatever image you want.
And then once I got it, I click copy image URL.
That's it. And then under image, you type insert image. And then by website URL.
And then to be able to shrink it all that.
Yes, because for some reason your option menu is going behind the insert window. And it does it every so often. I have no idea why.
So when I'm wanting to link it, I want to say like map 1 is my heading that was before, and then I want to say unit 1 going into assignment. So anytime they click on unit 1, it'll go to the assignment.
So the way this would be set up is that they click on assignments and they'll find unit 1.
Okay.
So if you click that, then when they click on this assignment, it'll take them right to unit 1.
Okay.
So if we go,
So I want to put like maybe then change that to unit 1.
yes. So if you change that,
Okay,
so
you change the picture to
yes.
unit 1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
On yours, you could make a separate site for your computer class.
Yes.
Okay. And then you just link it.
And then I linked it to my home one, yeah.
And then I figured out a way that you could make these bigger.
Oh, perfect. Good. I'm glad they finally did that. That's great. I'll show everybody. Okay, now if you really like, we just found this out. If you really like the navigation bar right here, you can always go to Manage Site. Now this is the more daunting of the two things you could be doing because it has all this stuff, right? But you can go to Themes, Colors, and Fonts, Sidebar, Text, and then you can change the font size this way. And so if you go back to your site, it made it a little bit bigger. So you could do it that way as well. Now what if you don't want a vertical sidebar? Well, we can always shut it off. You don't have to delete everything. You can always shut it off. So once again, under Edit Site Layout, at the top, we can just turn off the sidebar, and the sidebar will go away. You didn't delete it. You just made it invisible. So if you want it to come back again, you click on it, and it'll bring it back. Okay. What about a horizontal bar? That's up at the top with the tabs. All you do, you have to make sure that the horizontal navigation up here is turned on. Okay, so you click on it, and you'll see Home automatically pop up. That's the only one they're going to give you without you doing any work. If you want to add ones to it, you have to click on the horizontal navigation bar and add the page that you want to add. So if I click on it and I want to add my how to change a header, I click on it, I click OK, now it is there. And I click OK, and it'll pop up right there. So now I've added to my horizontal navigation bar. You can also change right there. Right now, it's just links, but if you could turn them into boxes. And now you have little boxes instead of just links. If you want, you could turn them into tabs. That's my favorite, is the tabs. And it turns them into little tabs. What if you want the how to change a header put under the home? What if you don't want it to be its own tab? What if you want it to be like you hover over home and then how to change a header pops up under there? Well, we can do that easily just by highlighting the header and clicking on the forward button. And by doing that, it doesn't make it its own tab. It makes it its, I have to close out of it. It makes it its subtab by moving it over. I don't think you can do a subpage of a subpage, though. I haven't tried that yet, but I don't know if you can. But that's getting quite complicated. So if you want to add your horizontal tabs, I'll give you about 5-10 minutes to do that right now. I do both, just so when I tell teachers, look at my website and tell me what you would like to do. Do you want the vertical sidebar or do you want the horizontal? I can show them the difference between the two. But you could have both, but it gets kind of a lot to take in. So go ahead and do that. After this, we're going to learn how to change our header picture, and then we will learn how to change the background colors and fonts and all that stuff as well.
Like if I want to go on this, then under that I want you to already be able to click on Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3.
So for chemistry, so you go ahead and click on it. Actually, let's get out of it first, and then hit close. So now go to that page, and then click that.
Oh.
Go ahead and discard changes, it's fine. And then go ahead and click on the plus page, and now just put in Unit 1, and then make sure you put it under the chemistry page.
Okay.
And then hit create, and you're all set there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I should give Garrett half my stipend for today.
Okay. Here's what I put this in here. I wanted to replace these with big letters like this.
Okay.
But I can't get this kindergarten 0 off here.
Okay, so let's go ahead and click on it.
If I click on here, it's going to go right to the page.
Okay, then let's go to the edit site layout. And then now we'll go ahead and click on it. We'll take a look.
Because if I take this off, it removes the link completely.
So let's see. Okay, so do you want it to say?
I don't want the kindergarten. I just want this to take to this page.
Oh, so you just want the picture? Okay, we can do that. No problem.
And I probably need to shrink it down a little bit. I was going to call for 5 on the page. These are so small.
So let's go ahead and just start from the beginning so we can delete all of this stuff. And do you have the picture saved to your computer?
And no, I have,
Actually,
I have the URL.
it should already be saved from doing that.
It's still.
We're going to change it to the kindergarten. And then okay. There we go. There we go.
Okay, and then if I want to reduce the size of that K,
And so then
I can remove these up here. I can just dump that
yes,
completely off.
absolutely. So you would, if you want to make it smaller, it has to be on your computer. So we would right click and then save image as.
Oh.
And then so make sure it's under pictures so you know that's where we're going. Okay, and it's called, okay, let's take that away because let's call it K. And so now all you would do is you go to your pictures. It's right here. And you're going to open it with, so right click, open with Picture Manager. Edit picture. Resize. And the best size for the sidebar is 75. So put 75 there. And 75 here. There you go. Now save it. There we go. So now we can actually go back to our web page. Insert image. And we're going to upload the image from our computer. There it is. Open. Okay. See, it did that thing. How it goes behind. I can't figure out how to undo that when that happens. But we know it's fixed. So what you're going to do next time is all you're going to do is you're going to click on it. This will be out in front. And then it'll have the link all the way across, and there'll be an option that says change.
Right.
You click on change, and then you would click on 0 kindergarten, and then OK, and it will link straight there. But for right now, since it's not linked, when you click on it, it'll just open a page of just the picture of the K.
Oh, okay. So now I just put the link back.
And so we just have to put the link back in. And let me just refresh it. There we go.
I think I deleted them. Is there a way to get them back?
Yeah, so we just want to put back the sidebar. Oh, you deleted all of them? So all we have to do is this. So we're going to go to close. We're going to go to manage site. And you can always backtrack what you've done and go back to it. Oh, yeah, it looks like they're all gone. Just have to add them again.
Okay. So everything that was on them is all gone too?
Yeah. Well, no, those aren't all gone. They're still, all the pages are still saved. You just have to re-add the pictures and the text just by going. And then add whatever you want. Okay, so that's the basics of the horizontal and the vertical navigations. Let me show you how to change all your fonts and pictures, and I'll give you another 15 minutes to goof around with all this. You can go to Manage Site, go down to Themes, Colors, and Fonts. And so you have your option for entire page, just the background, just the text, your content area, your horizontal, your sidebar, all these different things will link you to your stuff. If you want an already pre-made color scheme, you can always click here and it will drop down all the different types of colors that you can use. So if I go to Micro Sport and click Save, it'll give me a preview of what it'll look like. If I go to Desert Panel, it gives me a preview of what it's going to look like. If you want to do a custom, like I said, you're going to want to come over here, and you can change it all custom-wise to whatever you want to do. You can change the image. If you want to actually put an image in the background instead of just a color, you can always add an image from your computer. So now you have that picture image in the background. So you can go ahead and goof around with that. I also wanted to show you, so if you want to play around with your background stuff, that's good. Here's another one that you can play around with if you are already good with that. Underneath Edit Site Layout, and then you want to add another sidebar item. A great thing to add would be a countdown option. So countdown, if you click add, once again, looks like nothing was added, but you click on it. And event, Unit 1 test. And then you choose a date, June 27th, click OK. And now it says to the kids, 9 days until Unit 1 test. And it'll count down until that test date. So, yes. Yeah, so if you want to reorder it, you would right-click on it and just move it up. I have a countdown underneath each quiz, each unit, and then I drag the countdown for the next unit when that one's done, then I drag it down. So I just use the same one and just drag it down the side. But you can, yeah, you can rearrange these any way that you want. So there's that one. I also wanted to show you, and I'm just throwing some stuff at you right now so that, you know, if one thing comes easy to you, you can go to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and I'll walk around and help. One thing that I'm always asked how to do is a daily event agenda type thing. Some people like using the calendar. The calendar right now for Google is not the greatest. The only reason I like the calendar is that the kids could hit plus Google, and it will add that your calendar to their calendar. So anytime you update something, it'll update on their phone calendar. I like that. But probably the easiest way to do it is we're going to add a new page. And we're going to be, we'll just call this daily activities. And instead of web page, we're going to call it an announcements page. And I'm going to put it at the top level, not under home. And I'm going to hit create. And it's kind of like a little blog post. So you'd hit new post. And you'd say Unit 1 exam. And then a little note don't forget, we have an exam in 2 weeks. Hit save, and it looks like you just created a new web page, but it's just actually a post. So if you go back to your daily activities, it has the post in order. That may not seem all that great, but when we add the widget to our home page, so I'm going to go to edit for this, because on home page I want to edit it. Insert recent posts. And the posts I want are from the posts that I titled Daily Activities. And it gives you an option. Do you want the post to be displayed as a short snippet? Do you want it to be a medium snippet or the entire thing? And I find a medium one works best. Do you want it to display the last 5 posts, the last 2 posts, the last 10 posts? 5 for me is usually enough. And then the title is going to be called, once again, Daily Activities. Save. And it'll bring this big old ugly looking thing up. I usually have it posted in the middle. And then I hit save. And what that will do is every time you add a post, it will add that post to your home page. So it's one of the first things that your parents can see. My son was absent. What did you guys do that day? And you can actually add hyperlinks to those posts that link them to pages in your website that you want them to go to. We worked on this quiz. Here's the review. We worked on this worksheet. Here's the worksheet. We did this lecture. Here's the lecture. And if you take a look at my web page, I have it under my unit. So here's Unit 1. It has my class announcements of the last 5 things that we've done. And I have this same exact widget, the same exact gadget on every one of my units. Because if we're working on Unit 1, it's going to be Unit 1 stuff that's there. Working on Unit 2, it's going to be Unit 2 stuff right there. It's going to constantly be updated. And so they can actually click on it. The parents would click on it, and it would tell them, this is what the homework was, this is what pages they had to do. Let me click on one that has an actual hyperlink. So right here, if you were absent, click here. And then it'll bring up the assignment that they missed, and then the option to download it, or the option to work on it online on their own Google Docs. So they can work on it digitally, and then hand it in digitally as well. So go ahead and work on either of those things. And then the next thing I'll show you how to add an animated GIF. Google won't let you just add it directly. You have to have a workaround. I'll show you how to add an animated GIF. And we do have 1 hour left. So if there's anything you desperately want to add to your web page, that hour is, show me how to do this, show me how to do that, show me how to do this, and we'll do that. I know a lot of us came in here knowing how to do a lot of this stuff. A lot of us came here knowing not how to do any of this stuff. So there's a wide range of aptitude on how to do things. So the last hour is for you to raise your hand and say, I came here to learn how to do this, and we'll show it. I came here to learn how to do this, and we'll show it. Okay, so about 10, 15 minutes to try to add some of those things. Yeah! Yes, I'll do that right next then. That'll be perfect.
So the main thing that I wanted to do with my site is I'm one of the band directors at Focus North, and we use all the band directors in the area use Charm's office.
You are planning
And so the coolest thing really about that is that it has on the calendar, you can ask parents to sign up for volunteer spots.
Turn in
Is
that
there
paperwork before
anything
you
like
leave
that
today.
on Google Calendar that you know of?
Not on calendar, but you could create a form.
Okay.
You create a form, and you can have, would you like to volunteer for this activity? And they can put in their name, put in their availability, and they can do all that. And we can definitely insert a form
Okay.
for that as
Let's
well.
think about doing it that way. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Question?
Very similar to this when you click on the agenda. So as I'm playing with it,
Mm-hmm.
I have this word agenda, but I want right underneath it to say like this.
Okay, yeah, we could.
Click on it, it takes them to this. And I've already tried to create it, but I can't find it anymore. I've done it twice.
Okay, so if you want to do that, you would go to Edit Site Layout. In Daily Agenda or this Daily Agenda?
I've done it twice, but it hasn't.
All right, so we'll use this one.
Okay.
We'll click OK, and then we'll click there we go. And it should take you right there.
And then, okay, so over here, right now, I don't I'm going to have to add a page.
So if you just click on it,
I didn't close anything.
no, so just click on Agenda and add a page.
And I'm going to call it daily.
And there's one right there, Daily Agenda.
Do I type it in or just
Oh, you just click on it. And then click OK. And then OK one more time. And it should, there you go, right there.
And then when I click on that, now how?
So go ahead, yeah, hit close. Oh, we didn't close it.
Click on this. That's not what I want. I want it to look like a note. That's basically a note.
Yes. Okay, so all you would do is we're going to change the type of page this is. So we're going to page settings, and we're going to change the type. Right now it's a list. We're going to turn it into an announcement. And there you go. And so now you just hit new post, and you're all set. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Here, add a page, and then we could put in folders or file cabinets here.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that now to existing pages like all these? Is it too late for me to start putting them in the folders?
No, you can, like, where did you want to add it?
I just want, well, I'm not teaching English 10 next year, so I want to put this all into folders. So
Okay, so what this is,
these were all
is,
assignments that I uploaded.
yeah, so it's up. So if you have them on your computer, you'd have to upload them that way. Or if you don't have them, you have to download them all again and then upload them again. There's no way you can just take the whole bunch and then
Put them in.
port them over.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the best thing to do is just remove them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. One more thing I forgot to tell you about the announcements. It does turn itself into a subscription service. So if you have tech-savvy kids, they can click on this called Subscribe to Posts. And if they have the app called Reader, then it'll go straight to their phone. So they don't have to go to the website to see the daily agenda. Same thing with parents. The app is called Google Reader, and it's just like subscribing to a magazine subscription. Every time you create a new post, it'll send it to their Google Reader. And all they have to do is click on Subscribe to Posts, and it's all set. the page level.
I want to have a kid in charge of my homework page with my setup. So I want to put a kid in charge of it, like maybe I'll have an announcement of 81, classes or homework or whatever, and then I'm trying to read how to do that. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, so what you would do, so go to your announcements page. Actually, you don't have to go to your announcements page. We're going to enable page level permissions. And then you go to the announcements page. Okay, homework.
Which is under home. Any way to get it out from under home? You put it in the wrong place?
Yeah, you can always click on it and change the location. And so then you would go to change. And then you want to be able to add new users to this page. And then click save. There we go. And then so if you scroll down, you should be able to add. So go to change, and then you can add somebody. And then, yeah, specific people. And then you can add that student, and then he's the only one that can change things on that page. Sure.
Kind of going backwards here, but when I deleted that, is there a way to like go in, like I had it organized at home, and when I had a transition description, data activities, and field trips.
So you want to reorganize it?
I want to put that back. I want to get back.
Okay. Look at,
So basically, right now, I just get rid of all of this.
okay. Yeah. All right, so all you'd have to do, so we clicked on it, we're going to add a page, and then, so you want to do field trips or daily activities?
Do the top one first. Now, is this going under?
It's going to go under right here. There you go.
So how come the home isn't back up?
You can always change it. So if you want to put the home at the top, you click on home.
Now, are those under all the sidebar things, or are those under the main add a page? Because those were all like different. I'd added a page and then I titled it.
So they're going to all be under their own individual thing. So if we hit close, if you click on any of them, it'll take it to that individual page. And then if you want to make it a little bit bigger, then we can go to Manage Site, Themes and Fonts, and then Sidebar. And then we can make the text just a little bit bigger. So it'll make it that big.
So now, if I add a page, where is the page?
So,
Place at the bottom.
so if you add a page, I'll show you. If you add a page, just name it, just make one up, just anything. It won't add it. Okay, so I'll show you how to add it. Okay, so you go back to home. All you have to do is click on Edit Site Layout. Add page, text.
How come before when I would add a page, it would go down to the bottom?
Because we had the Google navigation bar, the one that they automatically updated for you, and then since we deleted it, we're doing our own navigation bar. And so we have to change it up that way. Unless, let's see if we... No, I thought maybe the sitemap would splice everything in there. And then you can rearrange those any way that you want. So if you want your email to go down, you just click on it and hit down. And if you want one to go away, you click on it, hit the trash can. If you want one to go underneath another one, so if you want text to go under file, hit off to the right, and now it'll make it a little subpage off of file. Go. Oh, yes.
Okay, so Instagram.
Yes.
I like how you have it on yours. How does it work well with your class?
I usually have a historian in my class, and so when I'm doing labs, their job is to go around and take pictures, and then they hashtag Marquez Science, and then when I go under search, I can just type in hashtag Marquez Science and see all the pictures of all my labs throughout the year, and then I can take those pictures and kind of do a little montage of the lab, so kids who are absent can see the steps of the lab and what was before and what was the after and what was the outcome. So.
And then is it only your students that have access to it, or do you allow parents?
Since it's a hashtag, anybody who has Instagram can see it. Basically, because hashtag just means you were searching for that specific subject.
And then, do you use the widget at all, or do you just link them?
I just link it. Yeah, I just link it. So if they want to add me to their Instagram, they can. I know I don't add them, but they can add me because I repost the pictures the other students posted so they can see to follow you. Yeah. Mhm.
First, how do you move this? You can just drag it.
Yeah. So you want to right click on it, grab it, and then move it up.
Grab it now with a left click, or is it?
Yeah, maybe it is left click. Let's see. What's that thing? So you can move it up and down that way. So you left click.
Oh, okay.
And then drag.
And how did you put the announcement widget thing on your home page?
So under home, I would go to, right now you have to hit close. And then you scroll up to the edit button.
Edit just the page?
Yeah, the pencil. And then you go wherever you want to put the little widget. And then you go to insert, recent posts. And then that's pretty much all set. Then you could rename it whatever you want and then hit save and it's there for you. All right, so let's real quickly take a look at our header up at the top. You can use any program really to make your header. You can use Paint, which is the free program in Microsoft programs. If you're really good at Photoshop, you can use Photoshop to make your header. I just use Google Draw for mine. I mean, it's real simple. So I would go to, under my options, I'd go to my drive, and under create, I just click on drawing, and it opens up a template. And so I would just do, fiddling around, shapes, call outs, like that, and then you could insert text, just like Paint. But the good thing about this is you can drag images off from the internet. You always want to grab PNG pictures, portable network graphics, because it'll have no background. That's how I got the claw mark right here. That's how I got the gremlin guy able to go over the thing, because he doesn't have a background, because it's a portable network graphic. So when you're searching the internet, make sure you're searching for PNG. And you will know it's a PNG file when the background looks checkerboard. That means there's nothing in the background. That's why I like creating it on Draw, because you save it as a PNG, it has no background. If you use Paint, it'll have a background. If you use Photoshop, it won't have a background, but that's harder to use than this one. And then over this, you just put in text. And then just like with any type of text, you can change the font style, size. Way too big. Stretch it out. Move it around. Change the color. Change the font. So you get it started like that, and then you go to Google and just grab some PNGs. Bear PNG. And then sometimes you type in PNG and it's not a real PNG, so you always want to click on it and check the background. This background, there's no, I don't see any checkered boards, so that's not a real PNG. Let's see, here's PNG images. Maybe that has all PNG images. Yep, see how they have the checkered boards all in the back? So if you bookmark pngimg.com, they're all PNG images. You can port them over. So there's the bear. Right click, copy image URL. Insert image by URL. Right click, paste. Select. All right, sometimes it doesn't work. You can always save it to your computer like we always have. Right click, save image as bear PNG, save it. Insert image, upload. I like collecting images. I have lots of them. So there's the bear. Notice there's no background. I can resize them. Like that. And make it look like he's ripping through. Let's see if that PNG site has a rip. Insert image. Claw rip. There you go. Now you have a bear ripping. So there you go. Now you have your custom header, file, download as PNG. What did I download it to? I'm going to open it with my Microsoft Office just to see how big it actually is. That looks good. That looks like it'll fit. So now that we have our custom header, we can go to our website. Whoops. I'd go to Edit Site Layout. I click on the header. Instead of using the domain default, I'm going to click on Custom Logo. I'm going to choose the file. I can't remember what I saved it as. Did I name it Bear Header? Yes, so you go Edit Site Layout, and then you just click on your header, and it'll bring up the header option. And then you click on Custom Logo. File, save as, where did I save it? Oh, I did it under download, that's why. Let's go to Dropbox. Now it should be there. Bless you. There it is, Bear Header, open. There it is. I'm going to click OK. And there you go. Now, what if you don't want this title to be there anymore? What if you just wanted to say Mr. Marquez Science and you want to get rid of this title? Well, let's close out. We're going to go to Manage Site. And this check mark, Show Site Name in the top of the page, we're going to uncheck that. And now it's just our header there, instead of saying that title. And you can change that whenever you want and go through it. Like I said, you can use any picture program to make that. I just find that Google Draw is easy. And then if you want to go back to make little changes, you can make little changes and resave it as a PNG. And it works out pretty well. Highly recommend that you do change your colors in the background. Students are drawn to bright colors. So, I mean, is there anything else anybody was looking to try or see today as we were, as you came today, so I can fiddle with it for you? A second website? To make another website. So, like, let's say that you have two subjects and you don't want them to be on the same website. Okay, that's fine. You can always just go back to Google, click on Sites, and then Create. And you create a new site. And what's the reasoning behind that? Well, I don't need my computer apps class to be on my science class. But sometimes my computer apps class forget that my website is tinyurl.com/CApps or Marquez Apps or Apps Marquez, so they go to my science one and they click on the computer and it will take them to my computer website. All I did for that is the same exact thing we did with the picture and creating a link, but instead of linking to a site page, I linked to a web page. So it just took them to a different web page. And I have all the same things here. The announcements, all that good stuff on that page as well. Anything else that you wanted to you were hoping to get on your web page, or hoping to try on your web page, or hoping to see on your web page that we haven't gone over? Because I know there's a lot more. Animated GIFs. Okay, so if you go to a good site, is called animationlibrary.com. Oh, and it's blocked. All right. Okay, then we'll just use our Google. So let's go science GIF, GIF. Well, let's type animated GIF. So you'd look for one that's animated. Let's see if that one's animated. There we go. So this is animated. Notice the background is checkerboard, so that means it'll fit perfectly on your web page. So all you're going to do for this is you're going to right-click, and we're going to copy image URL, just like we've done with a picture. You cannot save image as, because if you save the image as the animated GIF, it'll be saved on your computer as an animated GIF, but Google Sites does not recognize animated GIFs when you try to insert them by uploading. It will only recognize them by inserting as an image URL. So now that we have that saved, we go back to our website, go to Insert. I want to insert it down here. Insert image by URL. Right-click, paste. There's the image, and it's moving, and OK. And there he is. You can make it smaller if you want. You can center him out. And save. And there you go. There's your animated GIF. You can even add a link to that, and you click on it, and it'll take them to wherever you want them to go. So the animated GIF could also be a hyperlinked picture as well. But that's how you can get animations on your website. It's a nice little workaround from Google not letting you actually upload an animated GIF onto a computer. I highly recommend everybody get a Remind 101. Raise your hand if you have not done Remind 101 yet. Okay, I highly recommend you do a Remind 101. It's very easy. Actually, they changed the name now. On Monday, they changed it. It's now just Remind, no 101. You can go to Remind 101 still, and it'll redirect you to Remind. And it's a automatic texting service for you as a teacher. It creates a brand new text number that they cannot send back to. And so you get your kids to join, and you send out, hey, don't forget your homework tomorrow. It's pages 1 and 2. It'll go right to their phones as a text message from you, and they can't respond back to it. It's a one-way thing. But I always recommend you put the Remind 101 instructions on your website for parents. I do the parents one on my website. I can teach the kids how to do it in class. But I always insert, and I insert it the exact same way. I got it off the Remind 101 website, copied, saved the image as, saved it. I added my own text to it using Paint. So this is the Science with Mr. Marquez text number. This is the unique class code with Science, Mr. Marquez. And so it gives instructions to the parents. It just adds more than what the actual Remind 101 picture gives you. You can also add gadgets. So let me show you more gadgets that you can add to your web page. So I'm going to edit. So we're going to do it the same way. We're going to go to Insert. And these are the main things you can add. If you want to add a document that you've already created and it's already in your Google Drive, you just click on Document. It'll bring up all the documents you've already created. I would like to remind you, it has to be a Google Doc. It can't be a Word doc. If you do a Word doc, you have to do it a different way. So it's easy to turn it into a Google Doc. Super simple. So I highly recommend all of it's turned over. Yes, you can turn PDFs into a Google Doc as well. And so you just check on the one you want to insert. It's called Math 7. I don't know why I have that. And then I hit Save. And then not only will the image of the document appear on your website. Oh, that's right. I was working with the math on that stuff. But they can also open it up in their own Google Doc, and they can save it. They can't edit it, which is great, but they can save a copy, and they can use it as and do digital work on it as well. They hit File and make a copy, and now they have a copy of it. Great way to hand out work in class. If you want to kind of go the digital route, you can say, okay, go to my webpage, look at the announcements, look at today's activities, click on the assignment, copy it, and now it's yours. Work on the assignment and share it with me. Now that you have a digital copy, you can watch them work as they go. You can also add, please tell me YouTube's not blocked today. You can also add YouTube videos, such as on my website, if you go to Unit 1, Videos, it has all the videos that I use in my PowerPoint, plus more to help them study for the exams. And it doesn't take them to YouTube. You can actually play the video right off your website, so they don't have to leave your website. If you're looking at it on a student computer, it'll still be blocked. Our computer should be unblocked. What I do is I just download the videos off YouTube, and I put them in a folder on the back computer, the school computer, so kids can go back there and watch those before tests and stuff like that. But to do that, all you have to do is first go to YouTube, and if you don't already know, since you have a Google account, you have a YouTube account as well. So you click under the apps up here, click More, and there's your YouTube account. If you've never done that before, it's easy. Click on it, hit Sign In, and you sign in with your regular Google account, and you're already set. But then you look for something, and let's say we want to do this one, the fundamentals of space and time. I go down to Share. I right-click and copy. I go to my website. I click the edit button, and wherever you want to put the video, make sure that's where your cursor is. So let's put it beneath this. I'm going to go Insert, YouTube, and I'm going to right-click and paste the URL. There's the picture. I click Save, and then I click Save at the top. Don't forget to click Save or else it'll go away. And then there you go. You can play the video right off the website. You can't like have a play, but you can have a list of all the videos that go down. You can't like import your playlist. You can't import your playlist. You can put up your PowerPoints, but make sure you convert the PowerPoints over to Google Slides. They've done a very good job at converting PowerPoints almost perfectly now. In the early stages, there were lots of you know, this font didn't work and this picture got moved around. They've done a really good job at porting them over. But the benefit of that is you can have your PowerPoint slides right on the website for the student to go through. Now, you can put on a PowerPoint such as up here, but it's a little bit more difficult. I'd rather turn it into a slide, and they can just watch the PowerPoint right there on your website that you just went over. Using Hangouts, I record all my PowerPoints, and so I have the class recorded session for everything that we've done, so they can see all the conversations that we had in class and what we did. And then if you've never used the recording off of Hangouts that we're doing right now in this session, all you do is click on Hangouts, record live session. It records. When you're done, say end live session, and you hang up. And it uploads it to your YouTube channel. And then you can embed your YouTube video just like we just did with other people's YouTube videos. So it doesn't take any extra steps for the teacher. And I did that all year long. And so I have every single PowerPoint option for my students has a supplemental recorded session for my students all the way down. And so this year I'm going to try to kind of flip my classroom a little bit, semi-flip it, where I'm going to tell the kids, we're going to be watching Unit 4, recorded session number 2. Watch that, and we're going to come in and discuss it. So instead of me actually doing a PowerPoint in class, they've already watched it. Now we can discuss, and now we have more time in class to do projects and activities rather than me teaching the stuff. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Oh, calendar. Like I said, the Google Calendar is still kind of hit and miss with what it can do. But the great thing, it looks like it's not even going to load. Down here in the bottom, there is it says plus Google. And what that means is if they click on plus Google, it'll add your calendar to their calendar. And since if you're in Clovis Unified, every student has a Google account, so they have a Google Calendar. So if they just select every teacher's plus Google Calendar, they have a list of all the assignments that every teacher is going to give them without them having to write anything down. And you as a teacher can put it as a due date or an alarm. And so an alarm will go off on their phone when something's coming up. You'd have to actually, under your Google account, you have to create a calendar. So you go to Google Calendar, and then you'd create a class calendar. And then under, let's do this one. You would insert your calendar. So you'd go here, whatever page you wanted to, click yeah, so on your calendar, you should be able to put a reminder, like 1 day before, 2 days before. And so here's your calendar. You can insert right there. You can insert drawings. You could insert a folder, a shared class folder in here as well for the kids to get inside. Google Plus, you can have a photo album of your classes. If you have a historian in your class taking pictures, you can have a little slideshow of the day's activities. I do that with Instagram. I have one historian in my class, and they take pictures, and then I do slideshows with those. If you're into maps, you can have a map of like a battle or something you can put up there, Google Maps. But more gadgets, right here, more gadgets. There's a whole bunch more stuff you can add all the way through. This app, this does not connect to your Google Calendar. This is like another calendar specific for this thing. That's why I don't ever use that one. More gadgets. Slideshow Maker, I've never done that, but I guess it lets you create a slide. I don't know. This iframe is good for importing other websites directly on your website. And so you can click on the iframe and as long as it has an S after the HTTP, the S stands for secure, and Google will only allow you to port secure websites. Sometimes you can just put an S after the HTTP, and Google accepts it. That's a little workaround sometimes. But if you did that, so let's try, select it, and let me go, let's do my badminton page. Copy. Oops. Where is it? Right there. Insert, paste. And now I have my badminton page inserted into my web page. So you can import web pages into your web page, so they don't have to go traveling around everywhere, and they can do everything that you can do on that web page on your web page. And that one's called iframe. That works out pretty well for things. You can do separating lines on your web page if you want. Let's say you're on your, let me cancel this. You're on your home page and you want the daily activities to be separated from your next thing. Well, you can click on edit. Make sure you put the cursor where you want it. You hit insert horizontal line, and it will now separate one from the other. If you completely want to change the layout of your page, maybe you want, instead of just one big text column, you want 2 columns, then you just click on layout, and you can change it to 2 side columns, so 1 column here, 1 column there. You can change it to an upper column and then a bigger column. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with the different layouts of your web pages, just separating things by different things. So I'll let you guys fiddle around with any of these things that you want. I'll come around and help you guys out any way that you can. There are 20 minutes left, so if there's something you're really itching to try, please raise your hand. I'm not going to go to lunch today, so I'll be in here just hanging out. So if you want to stay in and get some extra one-on-one, I'll be here today as well.
Your next class, are you the paperless classroom? Are you that
Mm-hmm.
afternoon?
Yeah.
Do you talk a lot about Google Docs?
That's my main thing I talk about.
So perfect.
How to share it, how to put it on web pages, how to send it out as a document, how to watch them work on it, how to leave comments. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Header here, and I just wonder, how do I get rid of this right here?
Oh, perfect. So go ahead and go to close, and then scroll up and go to the cogwheel and manage site.
Ah.
And then there's a little click right there to take away that, and just hit save.
It's not going to be quite as wide at the top then?
It shouldn't be, and now hit that. Now let's see what it looks like now. Okay, so what we would do is we would go in and you can resize that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you resize it,
I have to go where I've saved it. And
and then resize it.
Okay.
And you might want to crop it too, because maybe there might be extra stuff up here.
Saved it
So
as a PNG,
yes, so that's what's happening. You might have the image itself might be this big with just this being in the middle. So if you crop it just to here, it'll just take up that spot. Here. So you wanted to get it over here? Okay. All right, so all you have to do is you click on edit site layout. You want to add the navigation bar right here. And then you just add the pages right here. Hit OK, and just do that for each one that you want to add. Okay. Mm-hmm.
How do I get the background?
Okay, so let's go up to Manage Site.
Site, colors, right?
Mm-hmm. And then Content area.
Okay.
And then we're going to change the color to white. And then hit Save. And then let's go back and see if it worked.
Save it?
Yep. So just click on right there.
Can I have this still the same color? I just wanted it for my agenda.
Oh, you just want just that one specific page? Let's see if we can do that with specific pages. So let's see. Page settings. Takes me there. Let me. I don't think you can. Yeah, it's for basically all the site or.
Okay. And I want to know.
Okay.
Will I just have to go through
Okay, so all you would do is you click on it,
click on this?
click on the post,
Where?
right there, and then click on the cogwheel and hit delete page. And it'll just delete that one post page. And there you go. So you still have your daily agenda, but that post is now gone. Okay, you got it.
I'm stuck on here still. I don't know how I wanted to add the Jefferson website here.
Mm-hmm.
So how do I do that?
So the website to Jefferson?
Or to the, can I link it to this little picture?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So do you know the URL for the Jefferson? So this is
Yeah,
it right
I
here,
have
right?
it, yeah.
So you just have to copy.
Okay.
And then we go back to your website.
I kept getting stuck there. Highlight,
Web address.
web address.
There we go. Now it should be linked.
I tried that and then it,
Let's see. There we
oh,
go.
okay. I think I was trying to create a title above the
Oh.
URL, and then it started either going above or below.
Gotcha.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. So you go to the cogwheel for settings. You go to manage site. And then go to themes, colors, and fonts at the bottom. And so this would be your content area. So you can click on content area. And then you can change the color any way that you want.
Get a lot of work done. Not on the website.
That way? That's what, before, and you have opportunity to win app stuff.
What was your time? Good.
It's tinyurl.com/the paperless classroom.
No, this is the,
Oh, I know, but it's still on the paperless classroom. There's a Google Site option. Mm-hmm. Question.
Yes, I forgot what you said when this goes in the background.
Yeah, so you're just gonna have to.
You just have to keep playing with it until it.
Yeah, it pops up, or sometimes you might have to exit out of Chrome and then go back into it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it's one of the. I don't know why it does that. It's a glitch. Yeah.
I just want to make sure mine's public.
Your website?
Yeah, remember how just that Rita Lopez person kept coming up?
Oh, so let's.
Somebody can't go on it with my password.
So click on it. Is that you?
No,
Okay, good.
but I'm right there.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
So now no one can mess.
Yeah, now let's double check again.
there again.
What? Remove. Boom. Let's just help them out. Remove all of them from it. There you go. Now there's.
He's gonna come in thinking you want to pop up on everybody.
Yep. Now there's nothing.
Can I make these like go up and down vertical? Do they have to stay there? Can I, or do I write them up and then hyperlink them? Or?
Yeah, so these are just to help you out, knowing
Okay.
which subpages you have. So you don't want to use them as actual links for the student.
Okay.
So you just want to type in the stuff you want them to see, and then you'd hyperlink it to that page.
Okay. My stuff comes out white. Okay. So then when I want this one, I'm going to this. And then there,
Mm-hmm. Is it Unit 1 or just Semester 1?
just semester one.
Yeah, so just make sure that's highlighted, and then OK. And there you go. That one's highlighted.
Okay, perfect. Sorry.
Hmm?
Like if I want,
Make sure you hit save.
oh, sorry. Okay, so when I'm on this page, if I want like right above this my announcement school for chem, and then I want one for science 1, like I tried to add it and it wouldn't let me.
All right, so let's go to that, and then just hit enter. Oh, let's undo that real quick because we. Oh no, we're good. I see it there down there. So
Okay.
put it up. Just put your cursor up here.
Okay.
Go to insert, recent post.
Yes, you can only display items from an existing announcement page.
Oh, let's see our announcements page first.
Maybe I don't have one.
Oh, so this is just a web page. We're going to turn it into an announcements page.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just change the page settings, and we're going to change it down here.
I have two.
Yep.
Okay, I need one for chem and one for science 1. Also, my science 1 kids will go on there, but okay.
There we go. So now you have this announcements page right here.
Okay.
Okay, and so now we can link that one to chemistry. Right there. Let's say chem. Put it at the center. There you go. So there's your announcements. So
Okay.
they'll be posted down. Now, if you want to do a Science 1, let's just go to the welcome page. So when you want to add an announcements page, you have to make sure that this here is selected as announcement.
Oh, okay.
So now we can name this one Science 1.
We need to put it under welcome or
It really doesn't matter.
okay.
Because if you put it under welcome, it'll be down here.
Oh,
You really
okay.
don't want it down there.
Okay.
So Science 1. Oh. There you go.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to reorder?
Sidebar, I just want to reorder. I want it to say assignment calendar, then, yeah, I want either the assignment calendar and helpful links at the top or at the bottom. I don't want them squished in between the two.
Okay. So to edit your sidebar, you want to make sure you're under Edit Site Layout.
Okay.
And then we'll click on this. So you're going to have to, when you click Add Page, whichever one you want first. So which one do you want first?
On the assignment calendar.
Okay, so that will be first.
And then helpful links, I'd like at the bottom.
Bottom. Okay. What did you want after?
after assignment calendar, I would like fall semester and then spring semester. Oh, and then you can put, okay.
And then you can move that
okay,
up and
I haven't
down.
done that before. I just
There you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what room I'm in for that one. Let's see. I think I am in here again.
How did you logo? When I click on the site, how do you get to the file?
To the file, so you
You go to drawings and you create the file.
yeah, so if you're in drawings, you want to make sure you save the file onto your computer. So file, download as
Download.
PNG. And then it'll go to whatever folder you want, and then you can just upload it back up. I don't know why they don't allow us to just port it over. You know what I mean? That for my perspective, since it's Google, there should be an option to insert drawing, but there's not.
Banner saying, I just did that to download as a PNG, and
Mhm.
it popped up like this. So can I save this on my hard drive
Yeah, so
and insert it into my?
Where did you download it to?
I didn't. I just I went to file. I went to the.
All right, so let's do this. File,
I just went to
download as PNG.
and then it just automatically opens like that.
Let's see, show in folder. So it
I
saved
want it
it
to
under.
go in my pictures. I don't want it to go here,
right,
but
so
it just
we will
automatically did it.
Drag it to pictures. There we go. So now it's in pictures.
I wanted it to go into that clip art. Just leave it there. That's fine.
And let's just change the name. So
When I insert it, yeah, I just didn't want any background or anything. So
open with. Why is there no photo viewer on here? I don't know if that one's gonna work. Huh. The new Office doesn't have photo viewer anymore. So let's just open it with Paint.
I don't want any white background.
Yeah, so all we're gonna crop it.
I tried cropping it and it still gave a white outline around it.
There we go.
All that.
There we go. Save as PNG. Let's call it header 2. Oh, see, that's the problem. Yeah, Paint won't take away the transparency.
There's no way to get that white out of it.
there's a way, but I can't find the program on your computer that'll do it. You could always try. Yeah, I don't see any picture editing software on your computer that will save it as a PNG. I'm sure there's a free program online called PNG Editor, and you can probably download it and use it that way. But yeah, for right now, there's no way to get that changed, unless we do. What's the closest green to your website?
Green?
Isn't your website background
It's blue, but
blue? Maybe
Yeah.
that one. A little better.
Okay.
Always a workaround somewhere.
Another non-Google site question.
Okay.
Have you found any features and what they use? I have an iPad and I'd like to go wireless around the classroom. And so what I was thinking, instead of getting like an Apple TV, is just setting up a projector through my computer.
So I have that going on right now. So I can control my computer.
Go reverse though?
You would have to get a program called Reflector. Reflector will be in.
Free or is it?
It costs money. It costs $19. But so it'll turn that into an AirPlay receiver.
Okay.
And so then that'll be, so on here, you're going to do AirPlay, right? It'll pop up down here
Right.
when there's an AirPlay device. And I don't have it turned on right now, but it'll reflect whatever's on your iPad onto the screen.
Okay. And then the one that you're currently using right now.
Yeah, I'm mirroring my computer onto my iPad.
And what program is that?
Splashtop.
Splashtop.
And it's free.
That's free?
It's called, don't get Classroom, get Splashtop Personal. And it's green, so it looks like this. And in fact, for iPad, they just actually put a price. It's $4.99 for the app. The streamer for the computer is free.
Okay.
If you have an Android device, it's free.
So,
But because they figure people with iPads have money, they charge them.
right. Okay. Well, $5 still isn't
Yeah.
terrible.
Or you can try Doceri.
Okay.
Same thing as Splashtop, except this one is $39.
And what's the advantage to that?
It creates a whiteboard if you want. So at a click, it'll turn that screen into a whiteboard screen, and you can hand it off to the kids and have them do problems on it.
Okay.
So that's what Doceri does. But if all you're looking for is something that'll control the screen of your computer, and the cool thing about Splashtop too is as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi, you can access the computer from anywhere on campus. So if you're in a meeting and you have stuff to do, you can take your iPad and work on stuff. There is for $14.95 a year, they'll give you satellite rights, and so you can access any computer from anywhere in the world running your streamer. So like at home, I'm not paying the $14.95, but I can access my home computer by satellite if I paid the $14.95. Like I'll click on it and it'll say, you don't have that.
Okay.
You don't have the rights to it.
Okay. And for the other one, you said remote, right?
Yeah. Oh, Reflector.
Sorry,
Reflector.
And you've seen that works okay on the school.
Yeah, on the school Wi-Fi.
Okay. Is there any that you would say to avoid?
Not really, because there's only 2 programs that do it,
Okay.
and Reflector's the cheapest. So I didn't pay the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Or if you get an Apple TV, Do the same thing. That's like $100 or
Yeah,
something.
that's.
So,
I was trying
so
to.
for $19 you can get the program reflector and you should be fine.
Okay.
It's ballistic. Yeah. So I mean, when
I want a case that has a keyboard because I want to come to conferences without my computer and do that. But I also want to be able to move, and the keyboard, you can even fold it all the way back. So I need a different one for when I want to move around.
yeah, so this one works good for me. I mean, you can even open that up on the back, and then put your finger through, and you can hold it like that, and then you can just set it up. I do it because I hand it off to the kids, and if it hit, I mean, this does a good fall. I mean, unless it lands on something with the screen flat on it, it'll save it.
Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
Little foam things on the corner. Those, but I'm. Thank you very much.
Oh, you got it. My pleasure. So you don't want it to be a subcategory? All right, so we can easily change that up. All right, so let's go manage site. Oh, not manage site, wrong one. Edit site. Navigation. So just tell me which ones you want first. Home first. Yeah, so let's do this for a second. So we're on the home page. First off, we're gonna move home to its own category. So I'm gonna go to the cogwheel and click on move. Why is there no move? Well, what is that listed as? That is strange. You see how that has a move right there? The home should have a move on it. Okay, so this is what we're going to do then. We're going to copy this exact page and we're going to put it at the top level. We're going to call it home. Okay, so now we have a home right there. And we're going to go back to the fake home page. And we'll delete that one. So let's get our thing all set. Edit site layout, navigation, add pages. Okay, so this will be your home one. We'll move home up in a second. Let's do this. We'll add home. We'll move that up to the top. You got it. Add page, daily activities. Move that one down. Add page and field trips. There we go. So now we're going to hit OK. Close. So there we go. Now they're all there. Now we're going to delete that fake home page off of here. No delete button. You can't delete your home page. Click Manage Site to change your home page or delete your site. Okay. delete that one. Manage site, pages. I want to move it under that. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. I'm glad you did that, though. I've never seen that before. Never seen the home page moved. And then I will add the home page back. There it is. And close it. And you're all set. There it is. You got it.
Are you going to be in this room?
I think so. I think so.
Oh, I was going to say, could we try to leave on that spot?
I'll run out there and see what it has me listed as. I think I'll be in the same room. I don't know why they'd move me if I'm here all day. Yes. Sure.
Oh. Okay, so this is the picture I want, but how do we change this? There was something super long.
So we have to make the screen smaller.
Oh, goodness. Okay, now I can't see.
Oh, man. That is really long.
Scroll all the way to the end.
Search for this picture.
Yeah.
Let's do that first. Where's the picture from?
Google. Or that.
Right here?
Search. Uh-huh.
Let's do this.
And then try to make it smaller from there.
Yeah. There we go.
And then now you can change it.
To Unit 1, correct? I don't see a Unit 1.
I wanted it under math.
Is it going to be under courses?
Yes.
Right, so let's hit create new page. There we go. We want it under courses. And the new page is going to be called Math 2. There we go.
Then how do I delete?
Then you would go to your pictures, right click on it. Yeah, so you open with the picture viewer, edit, resize, and the best size is 75. 75.
Okay.
Yeah, for the thumbnail.
Okay.
Okay. Save. And now we can come back in here and then redo that. There you go. one of the ones you want to delete? Just on the title. And then click on the cogwheel. And then hit delete page. Mm-hmm. That's why I just leave them, and it's just a running list. Oh. Yeah, those are just means you started one but didn't post it. You can click on it, or you can save them for when you want to make your post. Just click on them and make it a new post, and then just like change the name to something. Well, I know, but like, say you want to make another post, you click on it, hit edit, or you don't have to now, and then you just title it something. It'll just be a new post, or you can just delete it right now and not have to worry about it. If you hit save, and then go back to your cogwheel when it pops up, and then hit delete page, and it'll delete it. Yeah. Yep, I'll be right there. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast right now.